Hello everyone, it's Dale here with the weekly trade ideas for the week starting the 12th of November 2018. Let's start with a little recap and let's have a look at the reactions to the levels which I published in the previous weekly trade ideas videos. Let's start with the euro dollar. Before you can see a daily chart, and there was a swing short level right there. It was based on those heavy volumes. This was the reaction to the level. Very nice trade if you took it. Another nice reaction was on the US dollar Japanese yen. This is a daily chart of the US dollar Japanese yen, and there was a strong rejection of higher prices. Heaviest volumes within the rejection were right there. This was the short level, and right there this was the reaction which actually made from the high to the low of the day. So this was a very nice reaction. Another nice reaction was on the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. This is also a daily chart. It was a swing short level which I had there. And this level was based on the volume accumulation setup. On those heavy volumes, this was the reaction. A really nice trade, but the majority of the reaction took place during the FOMC macro news. So the trade was pretty risky, but if you took it, then you were nicely rewarded, but it was a risky trade to take. Alright? So this was the small recap of the reactions to the levels which I mentioned in the previous weekly trade ideas videos. And let's now have a look at the new trade ideas. Let's start with intraday trade ideas, and let's have a look at the New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. So this is a 30-minute chart for the New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar, and there is one new intraday level which I would like to show you. It's a pretty strong support, I would say. This is the support, and it's based on the volume accumulation setup. It's based on those heavy volumes which got accumulated before start of this strong buying activity. And because of this strong buying activity, I think that those volumes were volumes of strong buyers who are accumulating their positions there, and after they accumulated their positions, they initiated this strong buying activity. So when the price makes it back to this level again, I think that those buyers will be defending those volumes, those buying positions, and they'll push the price upwards again. Let's go into the Australian dollar, Japanese yen. There are two very nice intraday short levels. The first one is right there, and it is based on the volume accumulation setup. It's based on those really heavy volumes which got accumulated throughout this sideways price action. Afterwards, you can see that there was renewed selling activity, which indicates that those volumes were volumes of strong sellers. So when the price makes it back to this level again, I think that those sellers will defend their positions and they'll push the price downwards. The second short level which I wanted to show you is right there, and it's based on those volumes which got accumulated before the start of this strong sell-off. I think that this is the place where strong sellers started adding to their selling positions, and this is the place where this uptrend ended and short trend started. So I think that those volumes are volumes of strong sellers who rejected higher prices and initiated this strong sell-off. So when the price makes it back to this level again, I think that those sellers will defend their selling positions and they'll push the price downwards again. Let's now have a look at some ideas for swing trades, and before you can see Australian dollar, US dollar daily chart. There's a strong support right there, volume based support. It's based on the volume accumulation setup. It's based on those heavy volumes which got accumulated throughout this whole area. And as you can see, there was a strong downtrend. But currently, I think that those volumes turned the downtrend. There was a strong rejection of lower prices. It's this pin bar, which indicates the aggressivity of the buyers. And afterwards, after this volume accumulation, this strong buying activity started. And because of this strong buying activity, I think that the downtrend could be over and the buyers took over the initiative. So when the price makes it back to this level, I think that the buyers who are adding to their positions there, who created those heavy volumes, will be defending those positions and they'll push the price upwards again. Let's now have a look at the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. There is a scenario which is pretty similar to the previous trade idea which I showed you. There's also strong downtrend, then volume accumulation setup, rejection of lower prices with this pin bar, and start of strong and aggressive buying activity. And I think that this strong buying activity could indicate that the downtrend is over and that buyers took over the sellers. So I think that those heavy volumes are volumes of strong buyers who were adding to their positions there, and afterwards they initiated this strong buying activity. And I think that when the price makes it back to this level again, I think that those buyers will defend their buying positions and they'll push the price upwards again. The level is exactly at the place where the volumes were the heaviest, right there. Alright guys, so that's for the new weekly trade ideas. I'll be looking forward to seeing you in some next video, and until then, happy trading!